Almost every day driving to work, you'll see somebody cycling in Raleigh. The question is, how safe is it? WRAL's data trackers pinpointed the most dangerous areas of the city for cyclists using our crosstown platform and exclusive partnership we have with Facebook.
Well, it turns out the roads surrounding NC State have the most crashes involving bicycles. 40 in the last 6 years. Ali Ingersoll, our investigative data journalist, has more details about what the data is showing us.
Fresh air, sunshine, exercise. Riding a bicycle on Raleigh roads is mostly positive and uneventful. But over the last 6 years, almost 400 crashes involving cyclists have happened on city streets, and several people have died. This is some video WRAL received from local cyclists in 2019. Cody Stokes, a member of Oaks and Spokes, says just this year he's encountered an aggressive driver, not willing to share the road with him as he was cycling home.
This person, they didn't give me safe passing distance. They struck me with their mirror, and they got out, yelled, and assaulted me. And it's a rare situation, but people often don't respect passing distances for cyclists and pedestrians alike.
The majority of crashes involving people riding bikes happen on roads like Stokes was riding on that January day. In fact, the data shows 87% of calls to police involving bikes are on roads traveled by cars, not bike paths or greenway trails. We met up with Stokes and other cyclists at last month's Pride Ride, asking this question.
Do you feel safe biking in the city of Raleigh?
Yeah, certainly. I've never had an adverse experience personally.
I would say it's not the safest. It's definitely taken a lot of leaps and bounds in recent years.
And the numbers reflect that. Since 2015, when the city made infrastructure improvements with cyclists in mind, the number of accidents involving cyclists has dropped by almost half.
What you see here are what are known as shared lane markings. And again, as part of that compromise,
Eric Lamb, the city's transportation planning manager, told me that they want cycling to be accessible and safe for all Raleigh residents.
If we don't create a situation where people are comfortable, they'll try it once and not try it again, and we lose that potential customer.
Some parts of Raleigh are not as safe for cyclists as others.
A ride in these lanes down Hillsborough Street will bring you along the most dangerous stretch of the city for cyclists. And the data I analyzed shows that between 5 and 6 at night poses the most risk for those on bikes, as it's when most crashes are likely to happen.
Since 2015, 35 crashes involving cars and bicycles have happened here. That's about 9% of all city cycling incidents. Parts of Western Boulevard and Avent Ferry Road also have high crash rates. The number of crashes happening in those areas has landed those locations on the city's 10-year plan high priority list for upgrading infrastructure. Lamb says it'll take some compromising, but he believes the benefits will be worth it.
A lot of our streets downtown are relatively narrow. We're trying to make sure that we right-size the streets and fit the infrastructure to the need.
And while there was a significant drop-off in the number of crashes last year, it's important to remember that fewer people overall were on the roadways because of the pandemic. Car crashes went down 34% between 2019 and 2020, while those involving cyclists decreased only 29%. In Raleigh, Ali Ingersoll, WRAL News.
Ali also looked at the most dangerous day of the week and month for cyclists, and to see that and to look at the interactive map she created for where these crashes occurred, go to WRAL.com.